here present, permanent secretaries, senior government officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. The Republic of Zambia gracing our occasion. Thank you so much, ma'am. I don't know on the proceedings here, but we have had very fruitful interactions in this, both physically and virtually. And now to start the closing.
Enable us to make healthcare accessible to the most vulnerable populations in rural areas in Zambia. We're looking forward to further collaborations with Zambia, and thank you very much for an excellent executed event.
Who have been very inclusive of us. Yeti Foods has been in the Zambian market for 16 years now. It's a family business.
I think we can't really express how much ZDA has played a major role in where we are now. The exposure and every opportunity they continue to present, I think is a testimony to where we're headed as a country. We've achieved a major milestone in these past 2 days, and I think it's important to thank the organizers of this event, and thank you for everyone who made time to come. The meetings we've had have been very progressive, and we expect a lot of benefits from them. Thank you once again. Thank you.
I'm really very, very pleased and honored to take the floor this morning on behalf of the European Union delegation to the Republic of Zambia and COMESA. After months of preparatory work, together with the European Union member states and the embassies here in Lusaka, and together with our Zambian partners, especially from the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry and from the Zambia Development Agencies, and after 2 days of intensive encounters, discussions, transactions, we can say we did it. We successfully organized the first ever EU-Zambia Economic Forum. So, for you. As we are all waiting for lunch, I want to be very brief. Let me just make 3 small points. First, on expectations. In the last couple of days and weeks, we have seen that expectations are towering high. So, clearly, there is a responsibility on us, on the political and business leaders and officials and on diplomats to deliver. The EU-Zambia Economic Forum has produced some results, but it has not produced miracles. However, it looks like we made an important first step on a long journey that we now shall undertake together. My second point is on delivery. I believe that thanks to the tireless engagement of our Zambian partners and all of us present, including the EU member states, we have created the right conditions for companies and financial institutions to meet. We have created a platform. The opportunities are there and they are plenty. It is now up to us to turn potential into reality. I think that's also the motto of the Zambia Development Agency, isn't it? Let all of us engage in a new, fruitful and productive partnership for green growth, for decent jobs, for the benefit of our peoples. I therefore take it that this was, yes, it was the first, but not the last EU-Zambia Economic Forum. Thirdly, some words of thanks. Let me thank, first of all, His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema for all the support that he personally and through his New Dawn government provided for this first edition of the EU-Zambia Economic Forum. Let me also thank the Honorable Vice President Nalumango for gracing our closing ceremony. Thanks also to our, as we call them, the VVIPs, the Honorable Commissioners of the European Union and the African Union for coming to Lusaka and for showing their partnerships. It is a clear demonstration that we have two continents, Africa and Europe, but one shared vision. Special thanks also to our partners who have become friends. I refer to all the people in the National Organizing Committee who did a tremendous job in preparing this event. Thanks also to all the staff of the Mulungushi International Conference Center, to the ushers, the artists, the security personnel and the technicians, and all others who did a tremendous job in hosting us. Thank you all, thank you for your attention.
Nalumango, the Honorable Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry, Mr. Spokamlega, and all other Honorable Ministers present today, permanent secretaries, ambassadors, senior government officials, and all protocols observed. We are so excited.
And a big seed for that matter, Madam Vice President, because we are dealing with an economic bloc, as I said in the briefing room, with a GDP of close to $20 trillion. Zambia's gross domestic product is roughly around $30 billion. So for us, holding an economic forum of this nature with the European Union is not a small thing. So I would like you, fellow Zambians and the EU delegates, just to give yourselves a big round of applause for holding this forum. This forum is so important because at the moment the whole world is talking about reducing the levels of increase in temperatures not to beyond 1.5 degrees. And that will only happen if we reduce carbon emissions all over the world. And if we have to reduce those carbon emissions, it means that we have to put in place serious strategies. Yesterday we heard how the European Union in 2019 signed the so-called Green Deal, where they want to make sure that by 2050 there are net zero emissions. And they put a budget of $1.8 trillion. We need to strategize as a country through this economic forum that discussions that have started today should fit into the theme of this forum, economic transformation through green growth. Zambia is so endowed with mineral resources, and to be specific, copper and cobalt. We are talking about electric vehicle battery value chains. And we believe that this forum going forward has provided some good direction on how we partner Zambian companies and European companies in greening this economy. So as a country, Zambia, and in particular, the Zambia Development Agency, an agency that is mandated to promote trade and investment in this country, will make sure, Honourable Vice President, that we continue partnering with European companies, given this first step that we have undertaken, to make sure that European companies begin to set up in Zambia. We'll continue to traverse this journey until we have investments from Europe into Zambia, so that our gross domestic product through this economic forum can move from 30 billion to somewhere even close to 100 billion. I was telling my colleagues in the morning that Angola, our neighbor here, their GDP is almost $70 billion. You can see the difference, almost $50 billion. But through this economic forum, we believe that if we begin to harness the transactions, the negotiations, the business-to-business meetings that have taken place here, we begin to follow them up strongly and strategically, together with EU delegation to Zambia and COMESA, to make sure that whatever discussions have taken place here, we begin to follow them up and make sure that every discussion translates into transactions. I remember the President yesterday, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, was giving directives to my minister, Honorable Chipoka Mulungu. He says he wants transaction. Our Honorable Vice President will make sure that this event does not just become a normal event. We are going to report transactions and we are following them up. We'll be providing a comprehensive report just to give you the actual figures. But remember, in promoting trade and investment, it's like cultivating or growing maize or whatever.
It's happening. The example of seeds and things. Yes, we will do our best to tend, bring great stories for future generations, for the betterment of not only Zambia but Europe. Is indeed happy and proud, but I know one person who is happier and already been signed here, and that is the Honorable Chipoka Mulungu, Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry.
On the last day of the European Union and Zambia Business Community Forum, our President, His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, has always talked about having a private sector-driven economy. The role of the Zambian government is to bring together the private sector that will be responsible of driving the agenda of economic recovery for Zambia. And this leaves the government, through the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry, and all other associated ministries, to only provide a platform that presents an enabling environment for the business community to meet together and drive the agenda of economic recovery. Madam Vice President and Dr. Legacy President, in the recent past our country lost a number of local entrepreneurs. But we have come to realize as a government that no economy, no community, and no government will ever develop without having a stable and very sound, or should I say resilient, business community. For us to achieve this, we have gone a step ahead to engage different communities around the world to help us in reviving the entrepreneurial platform in our country. Madam Vice President, the European Union has responded positively to partner with us in this agenda. Many different companies in the health sector, science and technology, tourism, mining and agriculture have come on board to see how best we can do business together. Your Honor, with your guidance, you've always spoken of how much we should open this country to do business with the international community. Together with the President, you have always said, let us not reinvent the wheel. Let us learn from our brothers and sisters around the world who have already passed the stage where we are with success. And the European Union has presented itself as that brother and sister that will come and partner with us in achieving this. A pledge of over 5 billion euros, Madam Vice President, has been offered to be invested in our country. Our focus, Madam Vice President and delegates, is to have value addition-based investment, where Zambia will see businesses set up in this country through partnerships and joint ventures, value addition to all our raw materials, from agro products, mining products, and also investment in infrastructure, as well as in tourism. Madam Vice President, we are so honored to have you today to have embraced us and close this event. But I just want to resound the words of my brother and Honorable Minister of Tourism. He has always said, you are never in Zambia only if you end in Lusaka. You also have to extend the visit into the Brixton. So today all I can say, Madam Vice President, is to our delegates, welcome to Lusaka. You are here to visit Zambia if you are not yet in the Brixton. So we need you to go and see the Council of 20. Let and gentlemen, allow me please to welcome our Vice President, honor the Vice President of the
The Director of Programs asked whether how I've been briefed. I would say a very wonderful brief, even though I was not here. After the brief and the words that have been spoken here, I am extremely excited. So I am quite conversant with the bit that has gone on during this forum. On behalf of government, I am pleased to announce that the inaugural European Union Zambia Business Forum has been a success. We have all heard that. Among others, this forum was organized to strengthen investment and trade relations between Zambia and the European Union. As highlighted in our 8th National Development Plan, the New Dawn government has prioritized the attraction of both local and foreign direct investment as strategies aimed at economic growth and job creation. Therefore, with a population of about 450 million people and a combined GDP of almost, here I was told 15, but I'm learning almost 20 trillion euros, the European Union offers one of the most lucrative markets for Zambian exporters and an attractive source for foreign direct investment into Zambia. Ladies and gentlemen, from that perspective, I was pleased to witness a large number of European companies travel to Zambia and pursue business opportunities through mutually beneficial investment and trade engagements. In fact, I've been told that there are about 50 companies represented and about 100 people have come. It's a great achievement for us. The performance and participation of the Zambian private sector during this forum cannot go without mention. A lot of companies showcased their products and engaged in numerous business-to-business meetings with their European counterparts, as well as business-to-government meetings, which provided government with information which will be useful in enhancing its policies towards private sector development. The performance of Zambian companies during this event gave a taste of our visitors of what Zambia has to offer and the value that exists within our economy for profitable business. Ladies and gentlemen, this forum was organized in line with government's private sector-led economic growth strategy, where the private sector takes the center stage in our development efforts. Therefore, this forum was organized by government for the private sector, and I am happy that it rose to the occasion to pursue business opportunities through partnerships with European Union. The relationship with the European Union, as noted by the Deputy Ambassador or Delegation Leader for the European Union, is moving for most of the countries, and the Union itself is moving from that of cooperation or cooperating partners to cooperation in business. This is another step forward we totally appreciate. In that regard, I am directing the government institutions present today, particularly, and I heard the President spoke to you, Minister, particularly the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry, to assist all the companies that attended to actualize their deals, partnerships, and export leads. You may wish to note that since this is the initiative of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, in his endeavor to accelerate economic transformation and growth, he will take interest in the outcomes of this event. Therefore, the assignment to the assigned ministry should ensure that it delivers on the President's expectation. Taking note, ladies and gentlemen, that the fruit is already showing. You planted the seed. Your seed is, I think, some special hybrid because it is already showing in the deals and transactions that have already been signed, like referring to the one where you may end up with e-post office and the ILO. That is a lot of money into this country and the economy. It is already showing. I am excited. I believe that all of us, particularly Zambians, leaving this forum, this meeting, take the good news to the Zambians that it is happening and it will be done. It will be done. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I would like to thank the European delegation for its partnership in helping to make this inaugural forum a success. I also want to thank the companies from Europe who traveled to Zambia in pursuit of business opportunities. Further, I thank you, our bilateral and multilateral partners present, for your continued support. To the sponsoring companies, including participating local Zambian companies, I say thank you and well done. Without your financial and material support, this event would have not been a success. Last but not the least, I appreciate the efforts of government ministries and institutions which facilitated this event, notably the Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry, the Zambia Development Agency, and the Cabinet Office for providing the overall leadership. To you, I also say, job well done. Let me take this opportunity to wish all those who traveled to participate at this important forum a safe travel back to your destinations. But allow me, ladies and gentlemen, before I say bye to our guests, our visitors, to repeat what the Honorable Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry has said, by inviting you to stay a little longer, to enjoy the hospitality and all the tourist sites that includes the Museo Tunya, before you go back and say, we saw a bit of Zambia, because there are many more sites and we believe you will come again. With these few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare the first ever European Union Zambia Economic Forum 2022 under the theme Economic Transformation through Green Growth officially closed. I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am. So the only thing that is closed is this forum. Otherwise, from this moment, now the real work begins. Individual capacities, others have come representing institutions, whatever. So all rooting for you. And we'll be watching these spaces to hear from this forum. Ladies and gentlemen, us again for dinner tonight, with a final dinner of this event, which will be held tonight. For those of us that are using the transport that has been provided. Now to stand as we have the two national anthems to close our event, European Union and the Zambia.